to you guys about today. We can get into the nuances, but this is going to be a high level call. Um, I have learned a lot about enterprise this year, whereas before I really had no freaking clue. I had no idea. And I'm sure a lot of you guys don't really have an idea as well because you're from the internet marketing info world. It's mind blowing. Okay, so I'll start this off. I'll tell you a story. We're potentially raising for Kendo. And so I've been going through like the fundraising, kind of talking to VCs process. I have two really good mentors down here in Miami that are, God bless them, they're like big brothers of mine. They just raised like $50 million. They're like super successful, so they know the game. So they've been like really putting me through that process as well. And in that process, I've met some other founders. And so I met this guy on Twitter. I'm not going to say his name so that I can say numbers and stuff. They've raised, I think, like $30 million or something. Software company. It's like pretty technical software. It's like something to do with data management and things. I had a Zoom meeting with him, and he used to do info. He sold like an agency course at one point, like very small, had a marketing agency, and then did the software company. And so you would think you hear those numbers and you're like, oh, this dude's got to be rich. He's taken some secondary, which means when I raise, I sell some of my shares private to somebody and I basically cash out, right? I don't have to sell the company, I just sell my shares in the company. And so he's taken secondary like $1 million, 1.5 million, something like that. And this guy who has had $100 million offer for his company, like they had a legit offer, like a buy sheet. He would make 10, $15 million if they sold at 100, which is a lot, right? But he's been working on this company for like 4 years, like every day, like hardcore full-time startup mode. And when you really think about it, that's not, I mean, dude, you get like 15% of your exit. That's not a lot, right? So the reason I tell a story, he literally told me, not raising aside, but he was like, dude, I wish I still did info. He's like, I wish I still did. And this is the crazy part. He has customers that are Uber, Paramount Plus, like big enterprises, right? That's their customer base. It's like very premium, ultra enterprise for like data across their companies and things. Guess what those enterprises are asking him for? And on top of his software, they're asking for info. They're asking for training. They're asking for people that know how to use AI. They can help them implement AI. They can help them get up to speed with AI. Uber, hundreds of billions of dollars company size, okay? So the point of this call is I want to really get you guys like light a fire under your butt to be like, you know what? I'm playing way too small in info. I need to go do the exact same thing that I'm doing in info and sell it for 10 times the price to these bigger companies. And so a lot of this call is going to be like mindset stuff, as gay as that sounds. I used to think that I could not sell to like a $300 million company plus because I was like, it's too big. I don't know enough. They're like different. They're better at business. Here's the shocking part for you guys, having been on this side selling Kendo to these people. We are better largely at business than they are. I'm not joking. Like you experienced guys like Harry and Mark and Tristan and like Rohan, you're doing this right now. You're I think one of the only guys doing the proper enterprise currently. Like you guys are better at business. You're better operators than most of the upper level employees that work in these companies. So what does that mean? That means we can take the same stuff we're doing in info, okay? The same exact thing. Like sales system and info is very direct response driven, right? Who do you think runs the sales CRO stuff in a company of that size? It's some college graduate that has no fucking clue what they're doing. Like genuinely, that's who's doing it. I have a client in Kendo. God bless this company. The founder is like a mentor of mine as well. I'm not talking like bad about anybody, but his sales manager and their sales management structure, they're not like true sales managers. They're like kind of just like doing their job. So their sales reps, this is a $350 million company. Their sales reps were not that good. I did like consulting with them earlier this year, and then they became a Kendo customer. They're not that good. They didn't know how to run a call properly. They didn't know how to upsell. They didn't know how to do sequences. They didn't know how to sell internally to like the leads they have signing up on the self-serve part of their software company. Like they sell high ticket. They sell like a 25K done for you setup for their software, and they couldn't sell it because they weren't good. So you guys think, and I thought the same thing, you think, oh, $350 million company is too big. I can't sell to them. Wrong. They're worse than we are. We just play a game this big. They play in a game this big. And so even if they suck, the game is that much bigger that they have all this upside that they can make. You get what I'm saying? And so I really, 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 really want to stress for you guys to start doing this so we can prove it out. I'm doing it with Kendo myself, but I want you guys to do it as well so we can validate this further and really build upon this. Like there's really no difference. Like how do you get a $350 million company? The same way you get an info client. You reach out to them. You do outreach. It's probably easier to be honest because you can target people in the company. You can target the right decision makers, which you can't do in info. Info, you just reach out to like the founder and you hope they open their DM, right? In enterprise, and again, for context, guys, I'm saying enterprise, that's a broad word. Like I have an enterprise insurance customer for Kendo that pays me 18 grand a month minimum. They will probably end up paying us $100,000 a month. Like I'm dead serious. They have 4,000 agents in their company. They put 400 of them on Kendo to test, and we just got them live finally. And if they like the product, what do you think they're going to do with the other 4,000 people? They're going to throw them on Kendo at 40 bucks a seat. Like it's nuts. That is enterprise. Okay. So enterprise doesn't have to be Uber. Enterprise could be technically, I'm going to blow your guys' mind. The government designates small businesses as anything under $50 million. So like if you have a $45 million company, you're a SMB according to the US government. So when we say enterprise, don't think just Uber. I'm talking anyone that makes like 8 figures, multi 8 figures, you're enterprise for our context of this, okay? If I spin up cold email the right way and have the right offer and I have the right messaging, same as everything else, and I email these people, I will land an enterprise client. It's the same shit as info. Like literally the same thing. I cannot stress to you how similar it is. And so what's the difference between you guys doing that and doing it for info?
Yeah, what do you think the type of offer is? Like, what do you think the cold email offer pitch is? Or the rough offer?
It's the same
people
shit.
want to, but people want to implement AI as like a general thing. Is it, you
Yes.
know, it's more of a consultative thing? Is it more of a?
It could be consulting. It could be more like hands-on. So here, that is a good question. Here's the thing. When you do enterprise, you need to do done for you. There's no done with you. It's done for you. Even at Kendo, when we sell a, like, for example, this 400 seat deal, like that's the biggest deal I've closed so far. Like adding 18 grand MRR to a software company is $1 million in enterprise value, by the way. Because 20K a month, roughly. That's like 200K a year cash. You put a multiple on that, it's like $1 million enterprise, right? We white glove all that, so we do it done for you. So obviously they use the software, that's like a self-serve, but we onboard the reps, we do all the setup for them, we do all the scripting for them, we add the seats for them, we tweak the models for them. It's all white glove done for you. You guys need to run your businesses the same way that I run a software company. It's literally the same shit. And this is the light bulb of why I wanted to have this call with you guys. I myself, for the last like 4 years, we ran companies like an info company. An info company is a shit business. Info is great. Like you can make a lot of money, obviously, right? But info itself as like, oh, we have like DM setters, and then we have like inbound closers, and then we have like these systems. It's not good. Like that's not how you're supposed to run a business. A business should be like if I hire a sales rep should go outbound and do sales and bring me business, right? We don't do that in info because it's all little kids. It's like immature compared to the maturity of like enterprise. But it's the same thing. So sales, marketing, systems. Rohan's a good example. Rohan does systems, is what I would call it. It falls within systems if we're going to categorize it as one of these. He does like data management, contact profile stuff for big companies. Basically, and Rohan, you can correct me if I'm wrong because you're way more technical than me. You basically are enabling big companies like thousands of people headcount to seamlessly have their data across everybody in an easy to access way. Is that how you would explain it?
Yeah, that's part of it. I would explain it that way. It's just like you said, right? These companies, they want AI. They know they want AI. They just don't know how to do it. And so they have these committees, they set up these committees, they don't get anywhere. They spend months just talking about it, and then they finally roll out something like ChatGPT Enterprise, as an example. But it's not like it's shared amongst everybody, right? Your ChatGPT account is your ChatGPT account. Whatever you do is private to you. And so systems wise, like you want people to be able to, share prompts with each other, or share outputs with each other, or collaborate on, output that AI gives you, especially if you're using it for particular deliverables or work products for clients that they're working with. And so like that context profile system, yeah, I mean, that is something that everybody can use. It's collaborative. You can share context profiles with employees across the company, prompts, all of that stuff. And so it's a big problem in enterprise. Like everything is just so siloed. And so if you can break those silos down, it's a big productivity boost for them.
And that's what we don't understand in info, and that's what I'm like trying to explain to you guys in this call. You guys, the biggest company you guys work with probably has like 20 employees max in info. And like I say, like employees, VAs don't really count, like that's easy. Even Kendo, we're gonna, I think, touch $1 million ARR, which is fucking insane in like sub 7 months, 8 months. And we have a team of me, Luke Ward, a dev, and a VA. That's my whole fucking team. So enterprise is big though. They have hundreds of employees. They have bloat. They are slow. They don't move quickly. Okay. For you as an enterprise to go like he mentioned the ChatGPT thing. That's a good example. It's like all their stuff is siloed. So if I have 1,000 employees and they all have their own GPT account and there's company data in there, we'll just use data as the example. If there's company data in there and then marketing needs something that sales has, how do they do that? You don't. Like it's too slow. That's why things take literally years to get done in enterprise. And so the simple nature of this is these companies badly want to spend money on AI. It's like they have this impending sense of doom that if they don't, they're going to die, which they kind of will. That's a real fear, right? If I am enterprise A, I'm competing with enterprise B. And when you get to real big enterprise, you're actually competing with people. Someone can kill you pretty much. Like it's war, right? Like if company A slightly starts to acquire more customers than me, and there's only so many customers in that market, I will die. They will take my business because at that level, you guys got to think bigger than just like cash flow. You have funding, you have VC, you have board. And so if I don't grow, even if we maintain our business, that's basically death when you're at a big scale. Unless you grow month over month over month, people won't give you money anymore. Your board won't give you money. Your VCs won't give you money. And these businesses, we're profitable, right? Those businesses burn money. That's how they operate. Uber did not become profitable for like 10 fucking years. So everything they spent money on, they don't care because they just have free money coming in. That's their business model. So most of these enterprises, there are profitable ones, but most of these enterprises don't give a fuck about cost. They don't care. And so if you guys can simply look the part, sound like you know what you're talking about, actually know what you're doing so you can implement results and actually do things for these people, they will give you 10 times the money that you get from info. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I'm not joking. Like what Rohan sells for like what 25K setup or whatever, you could sell to info for like 5K. So what justifies that 5x in price? It's who you're selling it to. Service is the fucking same. Like the most complex info business is more elite at actual business and operational like supremacy than a big enterprise is. By far. By far. And so that's the gap. They want AI. They want to spend money on AI. They don't have anyone to spend money on AI. So this is the other part. If I'm an enterprise, and I'm going to ask you guys this question. If I'm an enterprise, I want to hire an AI expert. Who do I hire? Any guess?
Some bloke on YouTube.
That's
Like
about it,
actually
right?
though, yeah.
Because who do enterprises hire? They hire college graduates. But the problem is, who the fuck is learning AI in college? It just came out. There's no AI college degree. And if there is, who's teaching it? Some retard. Like U Miami, this girl I hang out with told me about this. U Miami has an AI degree now. It's like the dumbest shit you've ever heard of. They don't know what context profiles are. They don't know how to give AI context and work within token windows and stuff like even we do. They have no idea. So I literally, as an enterprise, I don't have an option of who to hire. You know who they actually pay right now is probably some bloated, overpriced consulting firm like McKinsey, Deloitte, Gartner. That's who they pay. And these consulting firms are literally billions of dollars. Like, I don't know if you guys understand this. We just put this in my pitch deck for Kendo. There are 3 companies that are publicly listed sales consulting firms for enterprises that I never even have heard of. Some of them are in like Europe. They're listed on their country's stock exchange, and all they do is sales consulting for enterprise. Basically, they bend you over, drain your pockets, and don't do much for you, because like that's what that business model is. So the alternative is you guys be able to look the part, be able to, you have to be professional. You can't look like a fucking little kid on your approach, on the way you do business, etc. It's got to be mature. But you guys are way more apt to do this than anyone else they have access to. There's like literally, this is the biggest arbitrage I've ever seen in my career so far of they want the thing. There's no one to do the thing. They're like begging the market to spend money to do these things, but no one can do it for them. And so this is the opportunity that I wanted to talk about, and we can get into detail again. Harry,
I'd love to hear more like thoughts on just from the conversations you've been having around like, I mean, this is classic, you know, you sell the outcome, not the features. Like saying people want to buy AI is quite loose. They want the outcome that AI delivers.
of course, yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah. So just, I am truly just trying to get tactical and thinking here. If you spin up a cold email campaign and you're reaching out, like I think Rohan, your example is a prime one. Very clear tactical outcome that comes from implementing these context windows where people can share across the organization. I'm just curious what other, you know, if there's 3 or 4 big hitters that you think 80% of businesses.
Let's use sales. This is what I'm teaching you guys, even in info. It's the same shit. Sales marketing systems. That's where most of your like stuff you want is, right? So let's use sales as an example because we already did Rohan's. If I am going to outreach to these companies, let's say it's cold email, I'm going to offer sales. I'm going to obviously have to assess the business before I just start selling them shit. That's how you look like an idiot. Also, this is what you guys need to understand about enterprise is you got to know your customer and you got to know the language. They're very, very, very high level and slow. So you don't want to reach out to an enterprise and be like, hey, we're going to do this, and this. They're like, what the fuck does that mean? I have no idea. Like you're speaking to someone that graduated college probably. You know, like they don't know what the fuck's going on. So instead, you need to reach out and be like, hey, we help businesses implement AI within their sales process to do outcome. So we help them ramp up, like same thing I would do for Kendo. We help you guys ramp up faster. We're gonna help you make sure your data is not siloed across your sales team so that everyone has access to this data. We're gonna basically bring your sales team and your old infrastructure up into the age of AI, whatever that may be. And then you do the discovery process. You get on a call with them. You diagnose what they're doing. You'll have the light bulbs come off and be like, oh, we needed to fix this. This needs fixed, obviously. But like, dude, even a $300 million a year company, they might only have 20 reps. Like, it's not a lot of complexity. And it's the same stuff as info. What are they doing? Are they having good show rates? Are they having good close rates? Do they have even a fucking good, like the one I consulted, bro, didn't even have a good script. They didn't even have a good framework. Like I did call reviews for these guys and it was like horrible. It was horrible. And they run a business that makes us look like shrimps, like $350 million a year. That's a big company. It's a really big company. Why are they not good? It's just the nature of once you get big. Once I get big, I can't control things the way that I control them when we're small. Like you just can't, you know? Like Facebook, you guys have probably seen these reels. You're not going to sell to Facebook, obviously. But like Facebook, for example, have you guys ever seen the reels of like the girls that work at Facebook and all they do all day is like make a couple coffees, eat a couple snacks, tap on their keyboard for like 5 minutes, and then they go home? Why does Facebook employ those people? It's dumb. They're not contributing anything. They're a net cost. It's because they're so big they have to spend money. And there's a lot of tertiary things that come off of that. But like you guys need to understand that these people are slow, they're bloated, they don't move fast, they don't know what they're doing. And so Harry, whatever your domain of expertise is, marketing, sales, systems, I would keep it within those 3. If it's sales, reach out to enterprises and here's how easy it is. Go on Sales Nav go on one of these lead scrapers, and we can get technical about this on another call and like map this out for you guys. But I think you guys are competent enough now that if I just tell you the high level, you understand what I'm saying because it's just the tools you use. Go find companies that are hiring in mass. They're hiring a lot of SDRs. They're hiring a lot of AEs. They have X headcount, so they're a big enough company. They're obviously hiring, so they're doing an active sales motion, like stuff's moving. And then reach out to those companies and be like, hey, uh, I've seen you guys are hiring a lot. We have helped XYZ. Like, just use your info case studies. Make it sound like it's enterprise. Hey, we helped this company come up to speed in the age of AI. We know a lot of you guys are trying to implement AI right now, and it might be confusing. We are absolute experts when it comes to sales AI. We will implement all this for you guys depending on the gaps we find if we do some consulting with you, and we will get you guys up to speed. Like that simple of a pitch is enough for an enterprise to be like, oh fuck yeah, we need that. That sounds really interesting. And then you know how you price it? You don't price it as a rev share because they're like massive. You're not gonna get a rev share, right? It's impossible. But what you can do is charge, it's called an engagement. That's how enterprise works, okay? It's all bullshit. I'm telling you guys. Like you learn more about this, you're gonna be like, that is so goofy. It's the funniest space ever compared to what we do. You could go charge 100 grand for a 3 month engagement and just literally do a call every other week with their team and just get them up to speed on AI. Like I'm not joking. Like the Uber and these other companies that asked this guy I talked with, the software company, they were literally asking him for training and for info for their guy for their team to know how to use AI. Like if I'm an enterprise and I want my team to use AI, like I don't know if you guys saw Toby, the CEO of Shopify, put out like months ago. He put out like a memo and he posted it online. He put out a memo to all of their internal employees and was like, "Hey, at minimum, you're now expected to get at least like 50% of your work done with AI or something like that." If I'm going to do that from the top down, which they are, all of these companies are, how do I get my team up to speed on AI? If my team is all like college graduates, obviously they know what GPT is. They might know some stuff, but like, do they know context windows? Do they know context profiles? Do they know how to sync data? Do they even know how to use like MCP or N8N or any of these things? Probably not. You know, like N8N gets a lot of reels. Like we see these like automation reels and stuff. N8N just raised money from Nvidia. Okay, like it's a big, 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 big deal. So like the biggest companies in the world are using N8N now, but who's implementing it for them? Even that's an example for you guys. I always tell you don't do AI automation because most people do it like for dentists and fucking receptionists and stupid shit. You could totally do that for an enterprise and just be like, hey, oh, you have all this data that comes in here every day, and then these people have no idea. N8N flow, it looks like magic to them. They're like, oh my gosh, look at what we have now. How did you do it? It's just fucking AI automation. You loaded prompt Claude to build the thing for you. You know, like this is the thinking. Okay, so I don't want to ramble too much. What questions off of that, and then I'll continue.
So would you go like setup fee and then like a retainer? Like if you were gonna be like, yeah.
It's not rev shares in enterprise. It's more like consulting kind of stuff. Like, and I say consulting just in the sense of like you're the expert, you're advising them. Obviously, you can do work for you, but it needs to be consulting and done for you. That's what your packaging needs to look like. And so you can charge a retainer, you can charge like a sprint, like hey, this will be X for X amount of time or whatever, or X for X deliverables. We will build these things for you for this much. Treat it like a
Okay.
software company. Like you guys need to treat your service and your packaging like it is a software. Your only difference between you and Kendo is we are selling a mechanism which is already built, which is the software. You're selling a mechanism that you're building yourself every time. Like that's literally the only difference. It needs to be the same positioning, the same outcomes, the same even pricing structure. But you guys are selling, like if you do what Kendo does for somebody and you're like, hey, we'll do this for your sales team, we'll do this and we'll do this. You're just doing it with like N8N and some infrastructure, like public tools, right? We just have a pre-built software, but it's the same fucking thing. Now, if it's marketing, like marketing, for example, these big enterprises, where do the gaps come in marketing? One, they're not even good at marketing. They don't even know how to run Facebook ads. They just blow budget on everything. Like one thing that comes to mind, and I'm just spitballing random ideas for you guys. The best way to do this is to speak with them and do discovery and see like, hey, what are your actual problems? But like just data in marketing, do you think that sales and the CMO and like VP of sales and the marketing team has data shared between each other? Probably not. They probably have no idea. Like, how much are we spending on this? How much is coming in? Is it even tracked? Probably not. So if you track that data, like literally you could do it with UTMs, like we have in the course, like something that simple. To them, that looks like an insanely valuable thing. They're like, oh my gosh, we have visibility now on all these departments. We can now make decisions based on data. That's worth a lot of money. How easy is that to build, bro? like, like that's so simple. It's not hard. Now, obviously, I can't just spitball random ideas. It depends on the business. Like every business is different, you know. Like you guys could go after insurance companies. You could go after software. You could go after B2B. You could go after like roofing, giant roofing companies. Anything that's like 8 figures, like these bigger companies. And you just establish yourself and position yourself as I am the AI expert. I have a team. We will build whatever you guys need and implement whatever you need to make you more efficient, save you money, make you more money. Sales, marketing systems. Like it's the same pillars every time. Does that make sense? I'm telling you guys, this is like the easiest way to make a couple $1 million a year ever. Like ever. And the proof is like I'm actually doing it. Like this isn't like we're some AI course. It's like, oh, go sell to enterprises. Like we're actively doing it, you know?
Are you mostly doing what's your lead gen at the moment, Luke, outside of content? Are you doing a lot of cold email or is it
Dude,
what does that
that's
look
the
like?
crazy part. We are doing like no growth hardly. I am hiring a salesperson finally. Maybe I found this 40-year-old like enterprise guy who used to sell for like Seamless. So he's like pretty enterprise experienced. No cold email. I'm running ads. Ads are working. I am profitable on Facebook ads for SaaS. Like they're crushing this week. Like I'm at a dude. One of my campaigns is at a 250 ROAS because we spent $9 on that ad and it booked a call that I closed right before this call for 2 grand setup, and then they're starting with 10 seats. So like that's a money printer, you know. So paid ads, you could run paid ads to do this, but for you guys, honestly, cold email is the best bet. Cold email, LinkedIn, and then cold call people. Like this is what I'm saying by treat it like a software company. How do you scale a software company? Outbound sales. Most B2B software is like outbound sales, right? How do you land clients for you guys doing this? Outbound sales. You cold call, you send an email to the right person. That's it. Like we overcomplicate this shit because info is becoming, guys, like you really need to not get caught in the weeds. Info is becoming this like circle jerk of just bullshit. Like it's not real information. It's not tangible, applicable stuff. It's just like fluff and jargon and like new words for things, and it's bullshit. All it is literally do outreach, have an offer that they want to buy, price the offer in such a way that they will buy it, and then do it. Like that's like I don't want to sound like a dickhead and be like, oh, it's that easy. Guys, that's as simple as it is. Don't overcomplicate it. So like go spin up cold email. Go hire some SDRs, hire some VAs, hire somebody to do outreach. And this is the difference is most of the time when people do outreach, they're trying to force things into the market. They're trying to sell solutions that the market doesn't really want, right? That's hard. That's very difficult. You guys even run into that with info. There's so many people doing what you guys are doing now in info. Even my DMs are fucking flooded every day by people that are like, oh, I'll be an operator for you. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'm like, no, fuck off. You all sound the same. I'm not talking to any of you. But these enterprise companies, they are begging the market for this shit. They're begging. If you don't believe me, I tweeted yesterday. You guys want to see something crazy? I tweeted this yesterday. So on Twitter, Twitter is a really good pulse on like the market. I've learned that my whole career, right? I tweeted this at 12 p.m. yesterday. So it's been 24 hours. This tweet has 1.3 thousand likes and 1,000 saves. And all it says is sell AI implementation to enterprises if you want to get rich. I'm telling you in all caps. So what does that tell you? Who do you think is liking this? It's enterprises. Like they're the ones liking this tweet. They're like, oh yeah, we need that. I'm liking it. Like every time something gets likes, it's because people resonate with it. They like associate, oh, I agree. I'm in agreement with this post. I'm telling you guys, my whole LinkedIn feed, my whole everything is like We need AI. We need AI. We need AI. How do we do it? You guys are the solution. Like I am telling you, you spin this shit up the right way, you structure it the right way, you will print money. And you don't deal with refunds, you don't deal with chargebacks, you don't deal with crybabies and info, these immature business owners. Like an enterprise will literally sign a 100K deal with you after 3 or 4 calls. It's a longer sales cycle, but they'll sign a deal with you and then just like not even think about it. The guy that I closed for 18K didn't fill out his fucking onboarding form for like 3 weeks after he paid us. So he's going to hit 2 full billing cycles of 18K a month before he ever even got set up. And we like text him every day. I'm like, dude, I want to get you set up. I don't want you to waste money. Like, let's get you set up. They don't give a fuck. They're rich. They're huge. They don't care. So take advantage of it. Like, there's an arbitrage that will not forever be there. It is a window right now. When it closes, it's done. Like in 3 years, everyone's going to know AI and it's going to be too late. But right now, if you guys go spam this to people and you structure it the right way and use what we teach you in this course, this is like the real shit. Like it's not that hard. You just got to be able to walk the walk, talk the talk. You got to show up on a call. You got to be able to be like, yeah, I'm legit. Like I've done this. Here's how I'll do it. Sound like you know what you're talking about. Close deals.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when crafting your offer, can it just be very broad? Like, we help implement AI into your sales process? Or like, how would you go about that?
I'm gonna articulate it like I did already. So, and I will say this as a note for someone like you, Brad. You should not fucking do this because
Yeah, I was
you're
gonna say, because I'm like,
they're gonna be like, no, you're like 18. They're gonna be like, no, because they're like older, like enterprises, like older, mature people. You should start an info or something and then move there. But for you guys that are a little bit older or you've already done this for a bit, you should be going to enterprise. So like understand like where you're at in the cycle for sure. We don't want to just like go try to sling shit and we're not prepared, right? But I would like if it's sales, for example, I would outreach to these people and I would literally do what I said. I would be like, hey, we saw you guys on LinkedIn. You're on a hiring spree right now. We saw you guys just raised around, like whatever the catalyst is. Like, oh, you got new funding. You're hiring. Like you're moving fast. Whatever. Hey, we helped XYZ implement AI into their sales process. They saw this benefit, this benefit, this benefit. We would love to do that with you guys. If you'd like to set up a call, we can discuss and sort of map out, take a look at your guys' current AI implementation or your current AI stack and see if we can get you guys up to speed. Like that is, what does that sound like? It sounds like the language. It's like their language. It's like, here's the outcome. I'm not just, we help businesses with AI. I don't give a fuck. Like, who cares? But if, oh, hey, I helped this guy, we doubled their show rate. We did whatever visibility across data. We helped their lead to booking. We helped the ramp up, whatever it is. That's tangible. That's how we sell Kendo. Kendo is not, hey, we have an AI roleplay software. Kendo is, I will train your team at scale 10 times the volume you do now. We will increase the per rep performance 10 to 20% of every rep on your team. We will save you management and training time about 50% of what you currently spend, and we'll ramp up your reps 70% faster. Here's the data to support that. Here's the businesses we've already done that for. And then my closing rate on my sales calls right now for Kendo are like 90%. Like I'm literally charging random numbers just to see if I can do it. Like I'm not joking with you guys. Why? It's in demand. It is a hot offer. It's the hot thing right now. It's like the sexy, shiny thing. Whereas in the past, like I'll use Closer Cartel as an example. Like guys, we got better and better and better and better and better at business every year that we were in Closer Cartel. And every year we got worse as a revenue business. Like we made less money every year. Why the fuck does that make any sense? It's because info is not a real business. It's cyclical. It's a hype-driven, attention, shiny thing, right? Whereas in any other business, you should get better every year. You should make more money every year as you become more knowledgeable, more experienced, and actually better skill-wise, right? So like I couldn't do that with that model. But this model, every time that Kendo gets a little bit better, more people come to buy it because they want it. It's a solution they want. The sales offer, people didn't really want anymore. That's why we started doing this. You know, like why are you guys not sales reps? Because you don't want to do it. I can't sell it to you no matter how much I try. You know, like Brad, you're a fucking kid. Why did you not start as a sales rep? Oh, I don't want to. Can I convince you of that? No. So sell what the market wants. You can't convince people to buy shit if they don't want it. And so your guys' offers need to be the same thing. Chris.
Sorry, I was on a call like when you just started. When you say like going to enterprise, would you only target enterprise or would you target like maybe local businesses too, that local HVAC, local?
If they're big, here's the thing. Local businesses are mostly run by retards. That's why they run local businesses. Okay. You need
Yeah.
to go get the local businesses that have been acquired in like private equity because they have money to blow and their whole game is just like improve stats pretty much. Like if I do a roll up as private equity and I like go buy a bunch of these HVAC companies, which is happening a lot right now, like BlackRock and these companies, I really, really, really care about increasing the stats in our business. If I'm a blue collar, self-built founder of a HVAC company, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care.
Yep.
So like we have a customer in Kendo. It's a $50 million a year roofing business in Palm Beach, and he DM'd me on Twitter when we first launched and signed up. Here's an example. This guy's paid us since like February. He doesn't even use Kendo. They never even got onboarded. I text the guy to try to get him onboarded like every other month. He's just too busy. He doesn't care. Like I'm telling you guys, enterprise is a different world. They don't care. You sell info, they're like, "What are you doing? How much is it? I want a refund."
Yeah.
Tell these guys, they're like, I'll get to it sometime."
The reason that I ask is because you see these guys selling like, AI receptionists to like the local
Yeah, that's
business.
retarded.
Yeah. So,
That's the dumbest thing ever. Like, first off, it's not the valuable of a problem. Second off, it's not an expensive problem. Like, can you make 100K a year from selling a receptionist to one person? No.
no.
So don't do it. Can you make 100K a year doing what Rohan does from one business? Yes. 100%. Now, the only difference between like, Rohan, I'm so glad you're in here because you're like a tangible example of this. He's more technical than us. He's smarter than us with the technical shit, okay? But here's the beauty. Just go fucking hire somebody that can do what Rohan does. Go on Upwork, hire an N8N expert, go sell. They do the work. Like there's no hurdle here, is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Like there's no thing that you can't do. It's literally like every other business, it's fucking sales. It's all sales. Can I do sales and sell this offer? Cool. Doing the work is easy. That's the easiest part of everything. All you gotta do is get clients. And they want this. This is the good part, is they want it. They're literally saying, "Hey, market, I have billions and trillions of dollars I want to spend on AI enablement, on implementation, on automation. Please help me." And there's no one to do it because it's too early. Like imagine this is like I really this is gonna be so valuable for you guys if you actually listen to what I'm saying. Back in like the .com era, I've learned all this year just because I've been studying like startups and more enterprise stuff. When like for example, Oracle, Larry Ellison started Oracle as a way for him to just make like $1 million a year and go fish and go canoe all the time. He did not want to build a business. He just didn't want to work for somebody. Okay. That period of time, all of the networks, you guys might not know this, all the networks at the time were local, meaning there was no cloud. So if I ran an enterprise, if I ran Burger King, right? And we had like systems, obviously, like the checkout systems and all this data. It was literally siloed between each fucking local business of my Burger Kings. Like that Burger King had different data and a different database and a different schema. And like schema is like the way it's organized and shit. They had their own system, whereas this one had its own system, and so they couldn't talk to each other. And so one business could be fucking everything up, one could be running well. We have no idea. There's no communication. We don't think of this today because we grew up with internet. Like we grew up with like modern cloud database infrastructure, right? So Oracle was one of the first companies that was like, this is dumb. You should share all your data across your entire organization. That's literally what Rohan's doing right now with AI. He's doing what Oracle did with cloud computing. So they were literally like, oh shit, running everything in your business locally on a local server in your physical location is dumb. The internet just became a thing. We need to build this for the cloud so that the internet can connect everything to each other. And then if we get a checkout here, we can process that data. We can actually know we have customers coming in, like all the data is shared, right? You guys are doing the same fucking thing right now with AI. Like those people, cleaned up. It's like one of the most valuable companies in the world now. And he started it not to be a valuable company. He started it just to make $1 million a year. Like, read his biography. It's called Soft War. It's a really good book. I don't like the guy now. He's like a evil fucking wants to control everybody kind of guy. But like, I mean, dude, he built something that literally changed the world because they were doing it wrong. And so AI is the internet now. Like, you guys need to think of it like this. AI is not, oh, I'm using Poppy to write words. That's cool. That's like a tangible tool from AI. AI is a new internet, and all these businesses want to plug into it and get all the benefit from it, but they don't know how. And so you guys need to be the ones building the infrastructure and giving them the infrastructure to do so. And it is like an insane opportunity. Insane.
That's a good point. Because what you just said, that's a really good point. Because I was talking to someone yesterday, and I was like 5 years old when the cloud came out, right? I have no idea how they implemented this stuff back then. But AI adoption today in enterprise is just like cloud adoption 15, 20 years ago. Same problem, right? Nobody knows. Like, the cloud came out, they're hosting everything. They have literal server rooms in their offices. They're racking equipment, they're buying that equipment, they're hiring people to maintain it. Then the cloud came out. They don't know how to implement this brand new technology. Who do you think did that? They hired boutique consulting firms to come in and help them
Yes.
push that.
Even
Right?
Oracle.
It's the same thing.
Even
Cost
Oracle in the
efficiency.
book, they talk about they would have like so Oracle was the first person to basically build a CRM. They invented the like database CRM of like I store info in this software thing. Like, they literally invented it. Like, it didn't exist before. But even though like you're saying, Rohan, they would sell it. Guess who would make millions of dollars a year just by like taking their infrastructure and plugging it into the businesses? These boutique consultants. Because
Yep.
Oracle couldn't do that. This is like a big problem in the book of where they ended up like cracking success was they ended up having to build this software that was like self-serving. In the past, I would like if I had a database from Oracle, like V up to V like 9, like they had like different versions if you read the book. Up to V9, this business would have its own unique software and it would be built one specific way. This business would have its own unique software. And if I wanted to plug these softwares in together, there was no Zapier, there was no API. API and MCP now is like a uniform standard for plugging things into each other so they talk, right? Like, that's like tech that's pretty advanced, but like we just benefit from it. Like, every time you guys integrate your account with something, that's an API that didn't fucking exist. So I literally had to go hire some engineer to go custom program and connect this thing to that thing to this thing to that thing. And then it would still fucking not work because they're not built to work together. It wouldn't work. It's like trying to plug a toaster into a refrigerator. It just doesn't work. So Oracle fixed the problem. They built a uniform, universal way to do these things. Right now with AI, if I have all of my employees have a ChatGPT account, maybe marketing has like something like Poppy, or maybe we have like Lovable. Like, all these enterprises use these tools, by the way. There's no synchronization, there's no connection, there's no proper implementation of these things across all of our stuff. And data in business is the most important thing you have. Like, guys, data is literally more valuable than oil. Like, Facebook is a data company. Google is a data company. Every company is a data company. Kendo is going to be valuable because it is a data company. We are collecting every single call that someone runs on our platform so that when the tech is good enough, we can just build AI people, AI salespeople. Like, that's the vision for Kendo, right? It's data. That's what's important. That's what's valuable. Now in AI, guess what is even more important? Data. What determines, like, every one of my competitors uses LLMs, okay? Why is my product better than their product if we all use the same LLM? It's the data and the context engineering and the profiles that I have versus them. Someone is going to be better than the other person. Like, you guys use Lovable, right? It looks like magic when you like make something with Lovable. Do you know how Lovable works? It's literally plugged into ChatGPT, open API. They just have their own set of prompt engineering to filter the output from the LLM into building a SaaS for you. It's the same fucking thing. Like, it's literally the same thing. And so, like, history repeats itself, guys. The internet and all these problems are now occurring today. It's the same exact shit. And whoever can build these and help companies set this up, this is how you make fuck you money And then you actually have a valuable company if you build this. Like if you guys sign contracts with some enterprises, you now have enterprise value. Like you have a legit valuable company. You're not just a freelancer. You're not a brand operator guy, you know, like you have a real business. I'm on.
Hey, yeah, my question is based on what you just mentioned a bit earlier. If I'm just offering, let's say, even in something in sales, which is very sub niche, is what I offer is like set as management and set as a hiring and set as performance increase. Uh, Based upon that, if DM setting or something is not a part of enterprise, they don't do that stuff. How do I place my offer? Do I hire people who will do the rest of the stuff, or do I just sell that and that's enough for an enterprise to sign a contract with me if I'm good enough?
That's not an enterprise service. That's not an enterprise service at all. That's not something they need or that they would want.
Yeah, so in order for me to work with them, would it be for me to upskill myself, or would it for me to hire people who can do that stuff that they want?
I mean, either or. Like you can hire people. Like if you're not technical, you need somebody technical if you're going to do technical things. Obviously, it's like common sense, you know. Like if I were going to go do what Rohan does for other companies, I would need a Rohan. I would need like Rohan. Do you do this, or do you have a team that helps implement these?
Right now, I do it myself, and that's the only constraint for me. Is like I'm stretched thin, so I'm gonna have to
Why?
go hire
Why are you stretched thin?
drowning in opportunity.
And like what is the reason that you don't have other people?
Just haven't looked for them yet, to be honest.
There's not a lot of them to do it.
And there is not a lot of them. Like I'm trying, like I would tap my friends who also have CS degrees from home, except I'll just be honest, they're a bit lazy, which is why I don't. So finding people is hard. Like
Yeah.
it is
So that's what
tough.
I'm saying, guys. Like, here's the opportunity. It's big,
It's
shiny
tough.
red button target saying, "Hey, we need to do this." How
Rohan,
much?
what's your lead gen strategy? What do you do? Is it mostly word of mouth
Right
or do you have
now, to be
outbound?
completely honest, it's all warm leads. Because I worked in government contracting since I've graduated college. Like, I have good relationships with like CIOs and CTOs. And the CIO that I work with, for like 4 years, he came to me last week because his brother runs, and this is really cool. His brother is in Estonia, and he runs like this drone company. Like they build drones and they test drones and they bring in like Ukrainian military pilots to go and test that stuff. And so he is now on an advisory board for a publicly traded company, that's investing in autonomous drone technology. So the CIO came to me last week. He was like, they need help, right? They're getting off the ground. They're ramping up really fast. They have like $150 million to invest. And so that's probably, I'm confident that deal is going to close. I'm not ready to say that it's a done deal yet, but that's going to be a big deal that we're going to probably end up taking.
A great example. Like
Uh,
that's literally just our opportunity arbitrage. Like obviously he knows what he's doing and he's an expert with the technical stuff, but they have a lot of money. They need to solve X problem. What do you think they're going to do? Enterprise moves. Like they have a objective. They spend money to do it. They don't like fuck around like info.
but like at the end of the day, like warm leads, yeah, it's working out for me right now, but I'm getting ready to scale. Like I'm going to want to hire people and everything. It's just going to be like a massive cold email campaign.
Yep.
Like I have a bunch of domains like warming up already. Once that's ready to go, we're blasting.
Guys, I'm telling you, it's that simple. Like I told you, I need to make this a tweet, but like Sora, N8N, Claude, GPT can build you
Don't
a $100 million business.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. You
And I
don't
will
need
say, I mean, there's a report that I don't know if you guys seen this. Like MIT put out a report, 95% of Gen AI implementations in enterprise fail. And a big reason of that, and they said in the report, like AI implementations are more likely to fail if it's done internal. Like the internal team tries to build things out. They go out and try and hire people to do it for them, and that drives a higher success rate. So I mean, 95% of them fail. There's a massive opportunity.
yeah.
Massive.
You guys need to treat it like a real business. Like if you're doing the operating thing, you can do it solo, okay? If you want to do this, all you like if your guy's objection right now is like, "Oh, I don't know how to fucking do this." Boo-hoo. Learn how to do sales and how to get clients and just go hire fucking people that know how to do it. This is how software works is there are devs that are more amazing human beings than I am, as skill. They're better skilled at what they do than I am, in my opinion. But why do software companies exist? Because the devs just want to sit in the room all day and not talk to people. And they don't want to be in charge of anything and they don't want any responsibility. They just want to click buttons. So that's called a arbitrage opportunity. That's why software businesses work. I go hire a bunch of devs. They're super good at this building of really complex shit. I go sell it. I'm rich. You guys go do the same thing. Go hire engineers, go hire AI people, go hire ML people, go spin up cold email and see if you can actually sling the thing. Like that's like the bridge at the end of the day is like, can I sell this? I'm telling you that the opportunity is there. Obviously, Rohan's already. How much will you make this year, you think, if you close that big deal?
This year, probably above, I would say, at least 350K.
That's awesome. And is this your first like full year doing that?
Yeah, started in like early 2025.
Yeah.
Freelancing up until like a month ago, 2 months ago.
And dude, that's a real business. So it will compound. Like he might make $3 million next year. Like if you properly scale outbound and you hire some team, like you will make millions of dollars profit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my only constraint right now is I'm getting stretched thin. Like there's only so much I can do. I need people.
Yep.
Once I get people, I mean, we can scale this thing fast.
And this is where you guys, this is the gap, right? Is like, how do I go find people? You got to get scrappy. Go look at LinkedIn. Go find people with computer degrees. Go fucking on these job hiring forums. Go to Discord. Go to like be resourceful. I'm doing the same thing with Kendo. We're bootstrapped, bro. My personal bank account for this business went from 600K to 70K at one point this year. I'm all fucking in. I'm being like guerrilla warfare. I'm like the Viet Cong fighting the United States Army. Like I'm digging tunnels and traps and shit. I'm like on the ground, okay? It works. Like I'm being scrappy. I'm hiring people that I'm searching for. I'm getting clients that I'm doing scrappy shit for. You guys do the same exact thing. You can keep doing info. Info's fine. But I just wanted to explain this opportunity for you guys. I think I got a hop. I got another call. Yeah, literally right now. But I just want to explain this opportunity for you guys because it is so big and is so apparent to me and so like glaringly obvious. All it takes is you guys just have the balls to go do it. It's really not even a skill thing. I'm telling you, it's not a skill thing. You just got to know how to do it, which obviously you have this whole program. We teach you all this shit to do this. Like there's no gap you guys don't know other than maybe really advanced AI stuff. But that's why you go hire somebody. It's called knowledge arbitrage. I don't know how to code. I go hire a fucker that does. Problem solved. Easy. If you go sell a $100,000 contract, you just pay the guy 20%. You keep 80. Like that should be your model. Like what will you pay people when you hire others to do the work for you, Rohan?
For a developer, I mean, it depends on honestly if they're coming out of college. If they're coming out of college, I would probably pay them, depending on the size of the project. I'd probably pay them by the hour. Like I would say like 50, 60.
Yeah. Like I pay my dev like $100 an hour for Kendo.
Yeah.
He's a young kid, but he's cracked.
Well, I mean, if you're really good, yeah, you can command that kind of a rate.
Yeah. So anyway, I got to run. I'm about to close another Kendo deal. But please, I recorded this call. Please listen to what I said and absorb this. Actually think about it. Actually do it. Don't just let it go over your head. Like you guys are literally in the greatest opportunity I've ever seen to make insane money. It's not that hard. Okay. So we can start to map this stuff out and get a bit more technical if needed, which I'm sure we will. But at the end of the day, it's literally sales, offer, delivery. If you don't know how to do it, hire somebody that does. And then, like every business, your job is sales. What's my job at Kendo? It's fucking sales. Sales cures all. Go get business. The rest is easy. Okay. So I got to hop. I'll see you guys later. God bless, and let's make much money. See you guys.
Thanks.